In a dramatic display of tightening alliances and growing urgency, the Philippines and the United States concluded their 7th joint maritime exercises in the South China Sea just days ago, on June 5, 2025. This followed closely on the heels of a major U.S. proposal offering Manila a fleet of F-16 Block 72 fighters valued at $5.6 billion, amid rising Chinese pressure and aggressive J-10 sea patrols near contested reefs. Meanwhile, South Korea finalized a $713 million deal with the Philippines to deliver 12 new F-A-50s, doubling down on its commitment to Manila's air power aspirations. These rapid developments highlight a larger truth. The Philippines is now squarely at the crossroads of the Indo-Pacific's defining great power rivalry. As tensions escalate over the South China Sea, Beijing's assertiveness is being met with growing military cooperation between Washington, Tokyo, Canberra, and Manila. The Philippines is no longer a passive bystander in this strategic crucible. It is actively modernizing, investing billions under its Horizon 3 defense roadmap. The Philippine Air Force, PAF, once reliant on aging OV-10 Broncos and trainer jets, is now poised to become a key player in regional air defense. The central pillar of this transformation is the acquisition of a true multi-role fighter jet that can both patrol its vast maritime borders and counter the growing threat posed by China's advanced J-10C fighters. At the heart of this defense calculus lies a crucial question. Which fighter aircraft best fits the Philippines' strategic needs, operational realities, and financial constraints? The contenders: America's battle-tested F-16V, Sweden's agile Gripen E-F, Italy's cost-effective M346FA, South Korea's familiar FA-50PH, and the upcoming KF-21 Boramae. Each bring unique strengths and compromises, but the overriding concern remains. Can any of these jets realistically challenge the capabilities of the Chinese J-10C, especially as tensions near Philippine territory show no signs of cooling?
American aircraft, this is the PLA Air Force. You are approaching Chinese airspace. Keep a safe distance or you'll be intercepted.
The Philippine Air Force, PAF, stands at a pivotal moment in its evolution, balancing the limitations of its current fleet with the ambitions of a sweeping modernization drive. At present, its air combat backbone is built around the FA-50PH, a Korean-made light combat aircraft that bridges the gap between training and tactical capability. Though the FA-50 lacks the supersonic punch and beyond visual range, BVR firepower of full-fledged multi-role fighters, it has served reliably in air patrols, close air support, CAS, and rapid deployment roles, essential functions given the archipelago's dispersed geography and persistent maritime flashpoints. Looking ahead, the PAF's future is defined by Horizon 3, the third and most ambitious phase of the Armed Forces of the Philippines modernization program. Spanning from 2023 to 2028, this 1.8 trillion Filipino pesos, approximately 35 billion USD initiative aims to overhaul the country's defense posture with a sharpened focus on air superiority, naval defense, and missile deterrence. Air Force procurement priorities now include high-end fighters, advanced surveillance platforms, long-range munitions, and integrated air defense systems, all calibrated to confront the growing Chinese presence in contested maritime zones. To meet its evolving mission profile, the PAF is reorienting around a diverse set of strategic needs: enhanced maritime domain awareness, the ability to execute BVR engagements and suppression of enemy air defenses, SEAD, scalable close air support, CAS, for ground operations, and the capacity to operate from dispersed airfields with logistical flexibility. Moreover, the endurance and survivability of future platforms are critical, especially in a scenario where contested airspace and anti-access, JOC area denial, A2AD, threats loom large. As such, selecting the right fighter is not just about acquisition. It's about anchoring the nation's sovereignty in a rapidly shifting Indo-Pacific theater. If the skies over the South China Sea turn hostile, few jets inspire more fear or more debate than the F-16V. The Block 72 Viper isn't just a fighter. It's a flying weapons node built for 21st century warfighting. Packed with the AN/APG-83 AESA radar, modular battle computers, precision data links, and auto GKS life-saving tech, this upgraded beast is a frontline veteran reborn for the next generation. It speaks the language of joint ops, perfectly syncing with US and allied command networks across land, sea, and air. When it comes to bite, the Viper strikes fast and hard. It can unleash AIM-120 AMRAAMs for long-range dogfights, JDAMs for surgical strikes, and anti-radiation missiles for CD missions, all while flying at Mach 2+ and maneuvering like a dancer on Afterburner. This makes it a true multi-domain threat, capable of outmatching Chinese J-10Cs in both reach and punch, especially when paired with US AWACS and ISR support. But power comes at a price. Each hour in the air bleeds cash, $10,000 to $12,000 per flight hour, and the jet's high-end maintenance demands a full logistics backbone. Add in ITAR restrictions, and flexibility shrinks fast. Politically, the winds are shifting too. Despite a headline-grabbing $5.6 billion offer, Defense Secretary Teodoro is reportedly cooling on the F-16 deal, citing affordability concerns and readiness gaps.
It will be used for all operations, all types of operations. We have to build up our capabilities as soon as possible. So this cannot be delayed. And we are working day and night to try to establish our own systems and whatever capabilities that we can get from our treaty partners and other allies. We're trying to converge these into interoperable systems.
So the question becomes, does the Philippines want the apex predator and can it afford to feed it? The F-16V offers elite power and deterrence, but with heavy baggage. On paper, the F-16 deal looks airtight. Washington has already greenlit the sale, 20 jets fully loaded, approved via the U.S. Defense Security Cooperation Agency, DSCA. The offer includes everything from ESA radars to spare engines, advanced weapons, training, and sustainment. A turnkey package for a frontline air force. It's a rare alignment of opportunity, timing, and alliance building. But here's the catch. Manila hasn't signed. Despite years of lobbying, site visits, and joint drills, the Philippines has yet to formally accept the offer, leaving the F-16V in geopolitical limbo. Defense planners in Camp Aguinaldo are weighing the aircraft's undeniable muscle against its steep price tag, potential overmatch for current infrastructure. And the strategic question, is it wise to go all in on just one superpower's fighter when the Indo-Pacific chessboard demands flexibility? In essence, the F-16V is fully loaded and ready to launch, but only if Manila pulls the trigger. Silent, lethal, agile. Sweden's Gripen EF isn't the flashiest fighter in the hangar, but it might just be the smartest match for the Philippines. Built for modern warfare in contested airspace, the Gripen E carries a punch well above its weight. It fuses the Raven ES-05 AESA radar with the Skyward G infrared search and track IRST system, giving it a dual-layer sensor suite that sees stealth and evades jamming. Add an integrated electronic warfare EW suite, and this jet becomes a ghost. Hard to lock, harder to kill. Armed with Meteor BVR missiles, the Gripen can hit targets over 150 kilometers away, longer than even China's PL-12, putting J-10Cs in its crosshairs before they can respond. It can also sling coastal anti-ship missiles and precision ground weapons, making it a deadly tool for defending the Philippines' fractured coastline and maritime zones. Even better, it can fly from short or semi-prepared runways, ideal for dispersed island ops. But the real kicker? It's built for affordability and autonomy, with operating costs around $6,000 to $7,000 per flight hour. it's nearly half the cost of flying an F-16. Saab's flexible export stance also means fewer ITAR strings attached, giving Manila more room to tweak, integrate, and expand, without always needing a nod from Washington. It's the kind of independence a middle power can't afford to overlook. And the political winds are shifting too. In a major signal of strategic intent, the Philippines signed a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, with Sweden during the 2025 Shangri-La Dialogue, hinting at a broader pivot toward Scandinavian tech and defense diplomacy. The Gripen isn't just a fighter, it's a statement. Smart, sovereign, and island-ready. It's sleek, smart, and economical. But is that enough in a sky filled with J-10Cs? The Leonardo M346FA is the Italian defense industry's answer to lightweight multi-role air power, blending jet trainer routes with modern combat systems. Outfitted with the Gripen M346 pulse Doppler radar, helmet-mounted displays, and guided weapon compatibility, this aircraft was designed for countries seeking a cost-efficient step into jet-powered strike and patrol missions. Where the M346FA shines is in multi-role adaptability. It serves as both a lead-in fighter trainer, lift, and a light attack platform, ideal for missions like close air support, CS, counterinsurgency, COIN, search and rescue, SAR, support, and air policing in low-threat environments. Its low operating costs and simple maintenance footprint make it a good fit for archipelagic nations operating over dispersed territory. But the trade-offs are hard to ignore. This isn't a true frontline fighter. It lacks the SEAD and BVR punch required for contested air dominance, and has limited survivability against peer-level threats like the J-10C or Su-35. It flies with subsonic speed and carries less onboard radar and defensive suite sophistication than high-end platforms. Still, it's gaining traction. In a bold move earlier this year, Austria inked a €1 billion deal for 12 M346FA jets, citing affordability and training versatility. It's a signal that the jet is finding its niche among budget-conscious European and Asian air forces. For the Philippines, the M346FA could be a second-tier fighter, a supplement to heavier assets, or a low-cost hedge in a multi-layer air power strategy. But make no mistake, in a face-off with China's J-10C, this bird would need backup. From trusted trainer to frontline fighter light, the FA-50PH Block 20 is the jet that's already in the fight, and it's about to get a serious upgrade. South Korea's KAI has retooled its best-selling light combat aircraft with a new ASA radar, in-flight refueling, and AIM-120 AMRAAM capability, turning this once modest platform into a genuine tactical asset. Strategically, the FA-50 is home turf for the Philippine Air Force. The PAF's pilots, ground crews, and logistics backbone already run on FA-50 DNA. That makes the Block 20 upgrade plug and play. No steep learning curve, no massive infrastructure overhaul. At around $58 million per unit, it's by far the most affordable option on the shortlist. That logic is already in motion. The Philippines recently signed a deal for 12 additional Block 20 jets, doubling down on a platform it knows well. On the battlefield, the FA-50 excels in homeland defense, pilot training, and close air support, CAS. It's fast, nimble, and ideal for patrolling Philippine skies, especially over the Sulu Sea, Luzon Strait, and disputed shoals. With the Block 20's added reach and firepower, it can now shoulder some BVR duties, a major leap forward. But let's not sugarcoat it. This isn't a J-10C killer. It still lacks the SEAD systems, EW suite, and survivability profile needed to thrive in a peer-level air war. Think of it as a loyal guard dog, fast to respond, cost-effective to maintain, but not built to brawl with apex predators. Still, in a layered defense strategy, the FA-50PH Block 20 could be the backbone of the fleet. allowing higher-end fighters to focus on high-threat zones, while the FA-50s keep the rest of the skies secure. Sleek, stealthy, and still under wraps, the KAI KF-21 Gripen is South Korea's bold leap into the big leagues. A 4.5 generation fighter with stealth shaping, cutting-edge avionics, and a future-ready weapons bay, the KF-21 isn't just a jet, it's a declaration of aerospace independence. South Korea aims to make it a multi-role powerhouse, with plans for ASA radar, internal weapons carriage, and long-range BVR missiles on par with the best from NATO or China. For the Philippines, the Gripen E is a fighter for the next fight. Not yet fielded, but rising fast, it aligns perfectly with a post-2028 modernization cycle. As Horizon 3 matures and more budget space opens up, the KF-21 could give the PAF a 5th-gen light option, stealthier than an F-16, cheaper than an F-35, and proudly Asian in origin. If Manila is looking to build true deterrence beyond 2030, this is a bird worth watching. Enter the threat. Fast, networked, and well-armed, the Chengdu J-10C is China's frontline multi-role jet, and it's getting dangerously close to home. With its AESA radar, PL-15 long-range BVR missiles, PL-10 high-off-boresight IR missiles, and Mach 1.8 top speed, the J-10C is no export knockoff. It's a legit 4.5 generation peer, built to challenge American and Allied airframes head-on. Its Canard Delta design gives it superb agility in dogfights, while its sensors and missiles provide serious standoff lethality. Even more concerning, the J-10C operates as part of China's larger Integrated Air Defense System, IADS, already entrenched around Hainan, the Paracels, and Mischief Reef. This makes it a formidable foe, protected by radar coverage, SAMs, and overlapping PLAAF formations in the South China Sea battle space. Implications for the Philippines? Stark. Any credible fighter fleet must match or counter the J-10C's strengths. Strong BVR capability, robust EW, and long operational legs for extended maritime patrol. Fighters without those features risk being outranged, outfoxed, and outgunned before they even see the dragon coming. The Philippines must build an air force that is layered, lethal, and locally sustainable. That means using the FA-50PH as a trusted base, acquiring the Gripen EF as a flexible frontline asset, optionally integrating the F-16 to anchor alliance interoperability, and planning ahead for the KF-21 to secure long-term air superiority. This is not just about jets, it's about reshaping the PAF into a force that can defend sovereignty, adapt to crises, and project credible deterrence into the contested skies of the Indo-Pacific. Thank you for tuning in to our channel. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth analysis of global issues.